the legendary battle between Garp and Roger against Zebeck finally comes to an end. So, chapter 1165 begins with Garp asking Roger if he can also hear Zebeck's voice, and Roger answers yes. From there, the legendary battle between the three of them begins. Roger, with his sword overflowing with hockey, launches the first attack on Zebeck. The two clash in an intense burst of hockey. Roger manages to create an opening, and Garp takes advantage of it, punching Zebeck in the face with his fist. But that only enrages Zebeck even more. He releases a massive wave of Conqueror's hockey so strong that it sends both Roger and Garp flying, and even splits the sky apart. Marines and pirates across God Valley stare in shock as the heavens themselves tear open. Silver Axe starts running off the island, while Shiki declares that this is the end of the Rock's pirates. Meanwhile, members of the Roger pirates remain calm despite the overwhelming hockey pressure. And just like in the previous chapter, Garp orders his marines to evacuate the area. Back to Roger and Garp, both of them contact their crews, assuring them that they'll come back. After that, they take off their jackets, preparing for a battle to the death. Garp admits that his original plan was to capture and imprison both Roger and Zebeck, but that's no longer possible. Roger replies that he never planned to fight Zebeck either. He only came to rescue Shaki and grab the treasure in God Valley, but now he has no choice but to fight, and to fight alongside Garp, of all people. The battle rages on. Zebeck charges at Garp, who dodges just in time, allowing Roger to counterattack from behind. Zebeck crashes into a wall, and Garp grabs his leg, slamming him again before Roger follows up with a massive slash. The scene then shifts to Rayleigh's group. He's still carrying Shaki, clearly worried about Roger's condition. He can feel how terrifying Zebeck's hockey is. As they run, Gloriosa suddenly appears and asks Skopper Gabon if she can board their ship to escape. Gabon is shocked but agrees. Meanwhile, we see Kaido and Big Mom still arguing about the devil fruit Kaido took from her. Big Mom reminds him that he owes her a lifetime debt, a favor he must repay someday. But Kaido answers with a threat, saying he'll one day surpass her and defeat her entire crew. Streusen then arrives, urging Big Mom to leave God Valley immediately. Back to Roger and Garp, both are now badly wounded, and Zebeck clearly has the upper hand. Elsewhere, Whitebeard encounters a man named Pologram, who looks exactly like Marco. Polo asks if Whitebeard caused all the destruction on the island, and says the Rock's pirates seem to have fallen apart. He introduces himself as the captain of the Polo Pirates, and admits he's a big fan of Whitebeard, offering him a ride off the island since Whitebeard no longer has a crew. At the same time, Stussy, Gonzue, and Gil Bostar are seen searching for Whitebeard. Then the scene cuts to Dragon, who points a gun at his own commander. Dragon wants to evacuate the remaining civilians in God Valley, but his commander refuses. Desperate, Dragon threatens to kill him if he doesn't cooperate. Meanwhile, Rayleigh and Gabon plan to return to God Valley to help Roger, even though their crew tries to stop them. We then shift to Emu, still inhabiting Saturn's body, commanding Zebeck once again to erase God Valley from existence. Roger and Garp, now battered and barely standing, continue to face Zebeck. Roger suddenly asks Garp if he knows who the dark monster they fought earlier really is, whether it's part of the world government. He says that whatever that thing is, it's evil, and that's what Roger calls justice isn't justice at all. He added that if Garp leaves the Navy he should join them. Garp agrees, but he says if he leaves the Marines, then who will protect them? The two then discuss how to defeat Zebeck. Roger tells Garp that the key to the fight isn't just the strength of hockey, but the mass or weight behind each attack, meaning how much force and impact you put into your strikes. Garp, confused, asks what he means by mass, and what Roger is even talking about. Roger explains that normal armament hockey can counter or neutralize devil fruit powers. He also uses Conqueror's hockey as a coating for his attacks, so his blows should have an effect, but it seems they don't. Garp says it's because both of them are using Conqueror's hockey, one offensively, the other defensively, so their powers cancel each other out, meaning no one can actually deal damage. Roger agrees, and says that unless they surpass or overpower Zebeck's hockey, no real damage will get through. If they keep trading blows like this, they will eventually lose since they can't last long against such a monster in a drawn-out fight. They need one decisive blow. Garp then suggests that in their next attack using Conqueror's hockey, they must pour in all their strength and body weight in an all-in attack. Roger agrees, knowing that the plan is extremely dangerous and could result in them dying or losing consciousness afterwards. Even knowing that, they still decide to go through with it, preparing themselves for the final attack. As they prepare, Zebeck suddenly begins to cry. Roger says he doesn't understand what's happening to him, but he can feel his frustration. Then, the two unleash their final attacks, Garp with Infinitum Explosion, and Roger with Wise Man of Flame God. Their combined power overwhelms Zebeck, melting him away as the dark energy fades from his body. The narrator then speaks, reflecting on the legacy of Zebeck and the Rock's pirates. It's also revealed that the entire God Valley incident will be erased from history by the world government, and news of the Rock's pirates' downfall will shock the entire world. And with that, chapter 1165 comes to an end. Anyways, that's all for this full summary of One Piece chapter 1165. Stay tuned for upcoming videos. Thank you guys for watching.